Right.
The first one, what are the functions of the Imam Mahdi, and could it be achieved by the activities of regular mullahs and religious jamaat?
Yeah, it's a very good question, a very pertinent question. Okay? This question should only be answered with reference to the prediction or prophecies of Hazrat Aqdas Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because it was he who spoke of the institution of Mahdiyyat clearly under the title Imam Mahdi, Al-Imam Al-Mahdi, that a reformer would appear in the latter days under the title Al-Imam Al-Mahdi. So, of all the people on earth, he knows best what he meant and what the purpose of that Mahdi was. So, in relation to what I have studied in the Hadith, one thing is very clear, that the word Al-Imam Al-Mahdi itself is so explanatory that it does not require any other help, because if you delve deeper into the meaning of Mahdi, every question is solved satisfactorily. Al-Imam Al-Hadi he didn't say. He said Al-Imam Al-Mahdi, which means that after Hadi Kamil, as we say in Urdu, is the perfect Hadi, Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there is no possibility of an independent Hadi to ever come. Because, as I understand things, Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in relation to God, was Al-Mahdi, the most perfect Al-Mahdi that ever was born. In relation to the remaining Ummah till the end of the time, he remained as Al-Hadi, and no Hadi could be born after him, but only that which would receive instruction from him first and then pass it on to the people. And as such, Al-Mahdi has two relationships, in fact. One, in relation to God, he will also be guided by Allah in the teachings of Islam, not in new teachings. So whatever instruction he receives from Allah will be the instruction which Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam was raised to provide to mankind. So either way you look at it, he happens to be Al-Mahdi. And the word Al indicates perfection. And also it defines a single person. And as such, there may be many Mahdis, but they are not Al-Mahdis or Al-Imam Al-Mahdi. So, and in other hadiths, we read among the functions of Hazrat Al-Imam Al-Mahdi, that he would, there are so many things attributed to him. The major among them are those which he also shares with the office of Al-Masih Al-Ma'ud. Both are referred to as Hakam Adl. That is to say, they would come at a time when the Ummah would be divided in doctrines and in so many other ways, in different planes, and there would be need for a divine reformer who, guided by Allah, would sit on the chair of justice and dispense all the cases of their mutual quarrels and disagreements on divine issues. So as such, the prime responsibility of the Mahdi, or the task of the Mahdi, would be to decide on the issues in which Muslims are split. With reference to the Quran, of course, they all believe in the Quran and would continue to believe in the Quran. Yet they would be split. With reference to the very Quran to which they hold, and with reference to the meanings of ahadith as well. So in brief, I think that answer should be sufficient time being.
السؤال كان عن وظائف الإمام المهدي، وهل يمكن أن يقوم بهذه الوظائف أحد من العلماء المعاصرين أو بعض العلماء أو الجام من العلماء أو الجماعات الدينية التي توجد على الساحة. وقد أجاب مولانا أمير المؤمنين عن هذا السؤال بقوله أن هذا الموضوع يرجع إلى أقوال المصطفى صلى الله عليه وسلم والأحاديث التي أخبرنا بها عن الإمام المهدي. لقد أعطاه اسما خاصا، قال الإمام المهدي، وال للتعريف تفيد التخصيص، أنه شخص معين واحد. أما عن كونه الإمام فذلك لأنه يؤتم به، وكونه المهدي لأنه يأخذ هدايته عن تعاليم الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم وتوجيه الله سبحانه وتعالى. لم يوصف بأنه الهادي، لأن الهادي هو النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وحده، وإلى آخر الزمن لن يكون هادي في هذه الأمة إلا المصطفى صلى الله عليه وسلم. أما هو فهو المهدي بوصفه تعلم على تعاليم النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. وكونه المهدي معناه أنه على هداية، يعرف الحقيقة الدينية الإسلامية، وهو الذي يقدمها للناس. ووظيفته
also he will be guided directly by Allah, because Imam can be appointed only by God. So when he appoints somebody as Imam, he has also to guide him, but within the Quran and the tradition, not beyond it. Because Al-Mahdi cannot step out of the.
وبوصفه الإمام المهدي يعني أنه يتلقى الهداية من الله تعالى مباشرة، ولكن في إطار الحدود التي جاء بها النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم، أي أنه لا يستطيع أن يتلقى هداية خارج هذه الحدود ولا أن يأتي بجديد. كما أن
the second thing we read about him is being حكم العدل.
كما أن وظيفته دائما تتعلق بوظيفة المسيح الموعود أيضا، فقد قيل عنهما سويا أنهما حكم عدل، وهذا يعني أنه يجلس في مجلس القضاء بين الخلافات التي تكون موجودة بين طوائف المسلمين، فهو حكم لأنه من عند الله سبحانه وتعالى، وهو عدل لأنه لا ينتمي إلى واحد من هذه الجماعات، ولكنه من تعاليم النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وتوجيه الله تعالى، فهو عدل يستطيع أن يقرر ويحكم أين الصواب وأين الخطأ فيما يتعلق بالأديان. ومن ثم لا يمكن لجماعة أخرى أن تقوم بهذه الوظيفة التي يتولاها الله تعالى بهدايته للإمام المهدي.